again at the virtual I Create Art Studio. Today we will do an Easter theme, Bunny Collage. This is perfect project for whole family, funny and colorful. This is our inspiration. As you see, we have a nice, cute, funny bunny. But it's going to be only the idea of the project. We're gonna transform this look, this natural, realistic look, for more imaginary creature. We can use any size paper, but please make sure it's quite thick. You can use Bristol board, cardboard, or other kind of thick paper. Now we use paper folder to make shablon in the shape of bunny's body parts. Body, egg shape, my friends. So can we see it well? Egg shape. It's a little bit different, like an oval shape. As you see, the top look a little bit thinner than the bottom. So this is gonna be our key shape. One more shape is going to be for the head. I try to make my egg shape. We're going to use this shape for the big back legs muscles. So it's gonna be one, almost the same size like a head, but can be a little bit smaller. Feet. This is gonna be a little bit longer egg shape, so something like that, thinner and longer. Okay, and for the front legs we can use two. Very small one, like this. Actually, we can draw only one, but then we can use the same. Another one can be a little bit thinner if you want to, but doesn't need to be. I try to use the extra space here. We're going to use extra space for the tail, the bunny run tail. So as I said, you need to use familiar colors, maybe sometimes familiar patterns of the paper, but doesn't need to be. The most important thing is the familiar color of your choices. So for example, this is bunch of nice familiar colors. This is another one idea what can be used. As you see, pinkish, orangey, very colorful, but also have connection with very pattern and very designable paper. And this is another idea what can give you some kind of key, what can be one familiar group of paper to be used. Obviously this is too many. I suggest you stay with 3-4 papers, not more. Can be when I'm using some pattern paper or any paper, I using this side of the paper to be my line invisible on this side, and that kind of control the look of the shape. But if you want pattern with the blue, so not only yellow, don't forget, if I covering this one, not much of the blue going to be visible, so I try to use the part with the yellow and the blue at the same time. Look, I'm cutting small piece. I put this one away to use them later, and then I cut around my egg shape. One egg shape is done. And I thinking what's gonna be the best for the head. And I decide to do the head on this paper. So this time I'm going to draw on the back. Use the corners so the paper can be used again. I cut all the pieces and I put them together, and as you see, two different bunnies is in a different position. I'm gonna explain you everything after when we prepare the background over here. So this one is not stick with the paper, but before we're going to do the bunnies on the paper, we're going to prepare collage paper background. If you don't have extra paper, or if you don't want to do that, you can use colorful paper, just a flat background like that, or you can paint them before and then stick the papers. The problem is gonna be then painting paper gonna look a little bit different as a collage paper. For the background, we're going to use some tissue paper, very thin one. You can use regular one, the left over from this one, but the thing is we want to see the bunnies, so I suggest you to use something a little bit different but still paper. So this is you know, tissue paper, thin, and something like this, a different color, we're gonna use them too. Tissue paper, we can also use design tissues, like, yeah, kind of Kleenex, like this one. And this one, you can believe or not, I collecting different paper. So this piece is just, there you are, some paper which is used to pack the toilet paper. So you need to find your way and be creative and find out some pieces what can be useful for you. Okay, regular glue. The best thing when he can be clear, and this is the version for, well, this for the smaller kids. This is the best one. This is acrylic based glossy medium, which is work like a glue too. But if you don't have this one, that's fine. Let's try to do regular glue. The only problem is when this is gonna be dry, we still not really can paint on this one if you want to do it. So, but let's stay with the regular school transparent washable glue. So what I'm gonna do, I quickly, because this glue is getting dry kind of fast, so I quickly cover the whole piece with my gluey gel. Yes, and because it's transparent, I'm gonna also put some stuff on the, okay, you don't need to cut, you can make it, just have fun and make the piece colorful. So I just covered some, and yes, they kind of wrinkly because they're very thin. You see they start to be very quickly dry, so I need to repeat the paper. And the tissues paper, they translucent, so give you kind of extra nice look. There you are. And don't repeat your, and yes, don't repeat your movement with your paintbrush too many times when it's already full of glue, look like it's very wet, because it's easier this way to destroy the paper. It's very delicate tissue paper. When it's dry, you can repeat the glue, and your paintbrush need to be kind of hard. It cannot be too soft. If you don't have kind of hard paintbrush, very soft paintbrush is not gonna work. You can use something like spatula or knife paint if you don't have it, something like this, to put the glue gently, like make a layer of glue. There you are. This can be good idea, but you need to be extra careful and gentle. There you are. You see, soft paintbrush, it's not going to work. So my friends, so this is the shapes. Let me show you first and explain on the idea of the position and of this one color pieces. It's going to be easy this way. So I can go back for the front position. Let me take everything away. So front position, tummy on the front, and the middle line of the tummy is going to be here. Yes, kind of like a little bit on the side. Don't forget, we kind of think about it as a round object. On the top head, and your head also you can change. Oops, you can change the position. You can make like this. You can make the sideway. Yes. So now if it's like that, your middle line of the head is gonna be there. But if it's like this, the middle line can be a little bit different, can be higher like this. Yes. So can be even over here, the middle line of the head. It's change the position, change the look. So if we going to do the same position like I do with the pattern one, so the legs, big muscle back legs, he's sitting, so on the back, the tummy on the front, and the feet obviously lower than the, little bit lower than the tummy, and like this. So this is the middle line. And we cannot see the tail because it's on the back. So the tail is gonna be not useful for us this time. And now the front legs, because this is the middle, the front legs, the shorter one, smaller one. Do I lost my leg? Yes, I do. Okay, it's here, here. You can even use one piece on the front, but I like to use the idea of joints, yes, so can be a little bit, and can be a little bit longer too, can be look a little bit like it's on the move. Okay, something like this, the head. You can use the position on the front. The thing is, they need to be on the side, not on the tummy, on the side, but higher than the double, and different size obviously. So gonna be like that, coming from the side, and can be, you see, you can before you're gonna stick this, you can play with the position of each of the piece. The head cannot be on the top. Please do not something like that, because on the back the connecting head is connecting. They need to be like a one little bit different than the head, but they need to be kind of connecting. This idea of connection is not connecting at all. It's not the thin spot between the body and the head. Need to be a little bit lower, need to be on the body. Don't forget, on the back we have the back and the neck between those two pieces. So lower, okay, then the top of the body, X shape. Okay, depend how he's sitting. Usually the feet, it's lower than the tummy. And then ears, they on the side. When the middle line is like this, this is the middle line, so we can see the eye like over here. So one ear is on the back and one ear is on the front, obviously on the top of the head. So this is front position, the head is side position a little bit. This is one idea. Now I'm going to back for the idea, then you're gonna choose your own position. If you have more bunnies cut out, you can make a couple of them with different position. So now the head can be very similar position like this. If you want to have more front position, well, like this. So let me show you like this. Front position, the middle line is in the middle. Yes. So this is gonna be the nose here. This can be the eye here. And the ears gonna be on the side. Yes. Something like that. So this can be like a front position. And I suggest you put this little bit on the top, but little bit also on the back, on the so this is different position of the head. Can be even lower than, yeah, on this position the head need to be even lower than the rest of the body. The best thing is prepare the position and composition before we start to stick these pieces with the background paper. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue, and yes, I'm not going to put on the pieces, maybe sometimes a little bit, but usually I'm gonna put on the background. And we need to start from the big piece, and after then quickly these pieces because it's under the, okay, so I need to decide the position. This is the front position, but before, you see, before I put everything together, I need put also glue here and stick the mussel. So the glue need to be on the background and on the pieces, which is gonna be stick together. There you are, right position. You can still decide maybe a little bit this way, a little bit lower than the tummy, but behind. Yes, everything what is on the back need to be on the back of some big piece, need to be stick together. There you are. You can use your spatula, can be even card, or you can hold it. Takes time. This paper is thicker than this one, so that's why it takes time to stick with the background. You need to hold a couple seconds. Clean up. Okay, so now I'm going to put, now I need to put the glue on the piece because it's gonna be stick mostly with the dry paper here. So try to put enough to be sure it's gonna be stick nicely. It's translucent, so front look. And I know this is going to be little bit on the back, not much, so I'm going to put this one first here on the top. Yeah, okay. All that. This is going to be a little bit on the front, so it's like a front position, but see, it's going up because I didn't hold enough long. So be sure you're gonna hold enough long. And it's enough glue. Yeah, with this paper gonna be a little bit. Okay, so this is the first part of that. There you are. Oh, not enough glue, so we need to put a little bit more. I'm gonna put the glue on the top after, but yeah. Yeah, your hand's gonna be messy, gluey. So look, I just smudged the glue around the paper. It's enough strong so I can do it, not like the tissue paper. But it's good to have some baby wipes or wet paper towel to once in a while clean up. Yeah, with school glue it's a little bit harder than with acrylic one, but it's possible. everything is stick together and it's dry. So now it's time to make the last touch. I mean details, like for example bunny's faces. So remember the middle line of the faces. This one is over here and this one over here. So on the end of the middle line we're doing nose, like a round triangle, can be like a kind of idea of cheeks. Okay. So I'm using blue marker, which is connecting with the color on the face. I try to find something what is not too dark, but enough visible on my blue color. So this one, and this one is permanent, but you can use regular markers. Only the thing is you cannot smudge before they get dry, so it can be regular one too. Only must be very thin one so it can work. This is too turquoise, so I'm gonna take this one. It's pointy on the end, and I'm doing some kind of details like mouth and nose and very high small bunny eyes. Maybe I'm gonna put extra color over here, but not much. The cheeks and the nose. I didn't color all inside, just play with the shades of the blue marker. If your head it's not enough contrast for the body, you can use also this marker to little bit shade the side of the head, but not as an outline, just a little bit color. That's what we're gonna use it for. This actually attaching wig, it's better to use regular marker, and it's always better to start with little bit lighter one. So I'm kind of shading little bit. You can also use paint, but the problem is the paint need to be like acrylic paint. The water soluble one, the kids markers, they easier to smudge. So basically I'm kind of shading by ink of my marker. Okay, some kind of. And now when you feel like it's done with the details on the faces, we can deal with background. What I find out, my bunny over here, it's a little bit too similar like the background, the back. So what I'm gonna do, I try to make this color beside, for example, the legs, and involve more details, more darker, like a grassy thing with regular markers. So I can sketch and play with the colors and make some background look. Yeah, the good thing is it's translucent, so there is not the point to make them very different. Oh, it's not supposed to be on the tail, obviously. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna wash it. And this grass here. And you still can correct the balance of colors. If you want to, you can save some details of your paper. Even you can grow the details, like make some kind of idea of candy flowers. Now I'm going to remove the tape. And collaged funny bunny, it's done. So this is it. I hope you enjoy the whole process and you create beautiful, colorful, funny, funky project. If you can send me your own final project, and see you next time.